Ball and stupid button. Of course, while I'm talking, the button pops on. This is the couch, DJ Gonzo. I'm with Little Jerry and Sugar from Guttural Riot.
What's
Which
up? What's
I
up?
think in your promos, I think I spelled Guttural wrong.
It's okay. That happens a lot.
Right?
People don't know how to spell it.
I didn't even know how to say it until like a week ago.
People was saying it wrong.
Like I'm on a track with him. I didn't know how to fucking say the name.
I'm like, how the fuck do you say that, dude? Because I heard him saying it. I thought he said it different than what I was.
People say guttural and like weird shit like that.
Right? It's guttural, right?
Yeah.
It all rolls together. Guttural.
Guttural, it's like gutter punk. You know what I mean?
Guttural Riot.
Yeah. Dude, I totally dug it. I was like, dude, why didn't nobody have this name like a long time ago? This is shit.
Feels like a simple ass name.
Yeah.
I was surprised no one took it when I was trying to figure out names. You know, I thought of that name because I went and saw Louis C.K. before he was like got under fire for jerking off in front of women and shit. And he said, and I was trying to think of a name like at the time, and I knew I wanted the word riot in it, even though it's kind of played out in punk. I was like, fuck it, I want the word riot. And then he's like, he said something about being a guttural drunk. So I Googled it, and I guess guttural can mean like a couple things. It can mean raspy, like voice or whatever, which is how I
came
sound.
in my mind.
Yeah, which is how I sound when I sing or yell or whatever you want to call it. So, and we like to get drunk, guttural drunk, like being like just like a fucking scumbag drunk. I'm like, you know what? That's what it's gonna be, guttural riot.
There you go. I definitely feel that shit.
Yeah, so,
Well, okay, so since we're already kind of talking on both, let's jump into this. You guys have done some music together, right? A single, Stone at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dug that shit.
Thank you, man.
thank you.
Fuck yeah, I like the way it turned out, dude. It's sick. And that was the first time we ever collabed with anybody.
Yeah.
So, and that's what started it. Started the whole thing was very organic. I think so we started following each other just for like kind of like the fuck of it. I saw his US Circle A tat. I didn't know he was Jerry from Lady Killers. I didn't know he was Saint's cousin. I was a fan of all that. I just thought that it was tight that somebody had a US Circle A tattoo. I followed him. We followed each other. And we would laugh at each other's memes and like talk or whatever. And then I saw him when there was the whole like the drama going on in the SRH camp, Logan, everybody. I saw him say something, and I was like, this guy seems like he knows people involved. Like, he knows Saint. And I hit him up. Sure enough, he's Saint's cousin. I'm like, oh, dude, that's crazy. Like, I know Lady Killers. I didn't put two and two together. Like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I heard your shit. You guys are dope. I'm like, you're dope, too. Like, you should rap on our shit one sometime. And then I was like, you know what, dude? Like, Stoned at 6 a.m. Let's just send him that. He fucking killed it. You know, came out sick, and ever since then, we've just been grinding. We talk every day. Oh, bromance.
Ain't nothing like a little bromance.
It worked out perfectly, dude.
Now we got like what, like 4 songs going, a couple more in the works. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming out to be. My album is going to be like pretty much almost. They're going to be all over it, and then we're doing a collab album as well.
Yeah, we can do a collab EP. Yeah, and then we got a couple songs in the works. You want to talk about the song?
Yeah, we got Dying Breed with Haas and Chucky and DRP, myself and them. And then that one's kind of, it's just taking a little bit of time to get it done, but it's coming.
Yeah, especially with all the distance and how busy all those names are.
It's a little challenging. I never really realized how hard that was because I've always done stuff with like people I pretty much live by. You know what I mean? Like, so it was easy to knock shit out. It's a little challenging, dude, but this song is well worth the wait. It's so fucking dope. And then we got another song premeditated with Sinister from Hostile Crew. I think I sent you a clip. That shit.
Yeah. I've heard these clips. I wasn't going to give up the info.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. No one really knows about Premed.
No,
it's like the first time talking about it.
That we haven't really dropped too much about that because I feel like we got a little bit ahead of ourselves with Dying Breed, not realizing the process it was going to take, and we started promoting it, and now we're kind of like, oh fuck, dude, we're kind of waiting on that. So we didn't want to do the same thing with Premeditated. We're kind of just going to just drop it when we drop it. Just like, bam, here's the song. So
that'll be done pretty soon.
A couple weeks.
Yeah,
a couple weeks. I'll be getting in the studio. I'm going to Vegas for the weekend. When I get back, I'm doing my part, and then everybody else's shit's already done. So
and I don't really think heads kind of know what they're gonna get hit with, because it's not hip hop. It really isn't. I mean, it's punk, it's metal, it's rap, but it's not like rap rock like you would think like Limp Bizkit or whatever. You know, it's like it's totally different. And I can honestly say that. I'm not trying to toot our own horns or anything, but it's pretty fucking sick, and it's cool to get all these guys on one track doing something they've never really done before. I guess DRP is a little familiar with it, but
Yeah.
none of them have really done anything like this, and they all bring their A game, and it's just fucking tight. Like I think all the fans of these artists and ours and the scene like are all just gonna really like eat that shit up. I don't really think they know what's coming. It's kind of like a little secret weapon.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. I mean, you've heard it. It's fucking.
It's like the natural evolution of punk in Southern California.
Exactly. What's cool about these songs, like 6 a.m. had that little breakdown to where it was almost like almost a little bit of hip hop.
That was almost rip hop.
Yeah, rip hop. But then these songs, these Dying Breed and Pre-Med don't even have. It's just straight full on fucking like metal, dude, and we're rapping over it, which is kind of fucking cool.
Straight metal punk. You got me on the hook. And then these guys are just killing it, and like the EP and some of the songs on Jerry's album, they're not all gonna be like that. Like they'll all probably have a live band. There might be some with just me on the hook, but we're gonna mix it up quite a bit. But like Dying Breed and Pre-Med are pretty much just like fuck you, we're here, heavy, fast.
And then we'll have the rip hop, a little more broken down like hip hop. You know what I mean? And there'll be some rap songs on the album too.
It'll be interesting. Yeah,
have everybody on it. Haas, Chucky. Like we're gonna have so many people on this album that are familiar with our scene. I think it's gonna be really well. I'm stoked, dude. I'm so fucking stoked.
Yeah,
everybody grew up loving both, and rip hop's one form, but like this real street fucking wise, like it's a natural progression. I think of like just the homeless in Southern California. You know what I mean? The people on the streets. People that never would have been, they'd have been that punk rock kid sitting in front of a store and shit. They're actually, they're pretty active out there, So it just seems that if it's music of, what you're going through and everything, then fucking it's going to be that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm into evolution to see how it's, because I know like fans of, like Chuck's, like Haas, all these guys, they're pretty open to like rap, metal, punk, whatever. They're open to that. But there's some heads that only want the hip hop shit, and some heads that are like, why don't you do more like punk shit? So it'd be interesting to see like if it's kind of a divide or if everyone's gonna dig it. I mean, I don't see how anyone could not dig it. Like that's pretty fucking tough. I'm not trying to be overconfident, but
yeah.
I'm trying not to I'm trying to find examples of anybody before, and just from the sound and what I'm hearing, like Head's totally different because they mesh the two, but they never really mesh the two. It's almost like segments of songs.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. The closest to it would be like St. Haas's albums, some of their fucking punk rock songs. Really close, really similar.
And I feel like that's what we've talked about before too. Was like when you listen to even Royal Highness, right, and you listen to Spies, like that was really when like rip hop got introduced. Like because nobody really knew what this album is. Is it rap? Is it punk? Is it reggae?
Right.
But like anybody I've talked to, they always said, "Fuck, we wanted more of that shit." Like the Spies on there too. Like they loved every song on there, but they still wanted more of that on there. I feel like we're gonna give that like that.
Kind of the fall with them was going away from it.
Yeah,
the next albums. That kind of killed it for a lot of people, I think.
I think so, definitely. I mean, just as a fan, I mean, like, look, I'm more of a punk rock kid. I love rap too, so I guess it really is just about like what you're into. But that was what was so great. One of the things that was so great about them was no one was doing that shit.
Yeah.
It was creative. It was new. Like, I remember hearing that shit, and I was like, what the fuck? These fools are just rapping, and now we're doing punk.
Yeah.
And they're talking about shit that other hip-hop artists don't really talk about, like, relating to a different, like, subculture from, like, different areas, like from the suburbs and shit. And it was just more relatable for a lot of people, and I think that's why the fan base is so wide,
Yeah, they
And
have,
that itself was a shift up too. I'm sorry, was a shift up away from their first album. You
yeah,
know, with saying it was a different type of punk, and then it became like a faster type punk. It was
yeah,
like more attitude of it in that first album.
I think so.
I laughed about him, like when I found out about him, because my mom used to work with Debbie,
Mhm.
with you know, and when I first heard of it, I was like, oh, some white boys rapping, what the fuck, you know what I mean? I didn't think nothing of it, and then all of a sudden, like '99 hit, and I was like, what the fuck? All right, all right, yeah, no, I feel this.
that's
This ain't
cool.
no Vanilla Ice shit.
I think
Yeah.
that's how a lot of people took it too. I mean, myself even, dude, like I was just like, yeah, you know, like my cousin's rapping, dude, whatever kind of. But then when I really got to hear it and I really listened to it, I'm like, damn, this shit's sick, dude. Like this is really dope. But it's funny is that it's how people change too, because you listen to like their demo shit before they got a record deal and how much better they got with better producing.
Mhm.
And dude,
Yeah.
they just got better and better and better, dude. Like it was crazy to really listen to them, and that's kind of like I just think we're trying to build that, dude, like
Yeah.
fucking get better and better and better.
And we do. We challenge ourselves.
Oh
You
fuck yeah,
know, and like like not just like together. Like even Guttural's new album is like we're pushing new shit. We're doing new shit. Like doing new shit with Jerry. That's it. That's what I think is important. You gotta like kind of grow and try new shit while not like losing the sound that
Yeah.
people fell in love with in the first place.
yeah, fuck yeah.
So
It almost kind of contradicts itself in the style of music that you're doing, and because one side you wanted that really produced, really clean sound, but at the same time, it's just more of this punk edge, or is punk, evolved, and you want that grimy to it.
The
Yeah.
raw, dude, like the raw.
So you got to maintain that balance somehow.
yeah, exactly, dude. That's
That's kind of what I like about these guys. I feel like when I heard them, I'm like, dude, this is like it's like raw punk that you haven't heard in so long because it's just gone, dude. Like you don't hear that old school raw punk anymore, and they bring that, but also with some metal to it. It's fucking dope. I love their shit.
right, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
People do have a hard time with the word guttural.
they do.
Yeah, I just had to text somebody because they're gonna go check it out.
They really do.
They're like, how do you spell that shit? I'm like, well, here you go.
They all spell it EL instead of AL.
Which is what I did. I'm sure I did.
It's cool. It happens all the time. Fuck it.
Right?
As long as they know the name, that's cool. They'll find the music eventually.
Right? Because I kept trying to tag you and shit, and it just wouldn't happen. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude?
well, and then you changed your personal one just recently. I'm like, where the fuck you go, dude?
Yeah, I changed that shit. I don't know what made me do it. I don't know why. My girlfriend said I changed it to a fucking stupid name.
I like that.
No, my personal Instagram was Last One to Die 138. Last One to Die is like a Rancid song.
Yeah.
I changed it to Guttural Guy 138.
I was like tripping. Where the fuck did I go, dude?
It's like
Like
fucking
so simple and shit.
yeah. I'm the last one to die.
So
I just talked to DRP a little bit ago, and he said that Haas is knocking out all that shit too. So we should have that. That's dope, dude. I'm stoked for that Dying Breeze song.
Yeah,
Once we get Haas's verse, we're ready, dude, to drop that song, dude.
I guess you got like an ear infection.
He was
so
sick for a little bit, so he wasn't doing nothing in the studio. But
right when we like hit him up, like a day or two later, he got laid out. We've been sick too.
I'm fucking
Everyone's
dying,
getting
dude.
sick.
yeah, for the last couple of weeks, I had a fucked off ear infection, kept draining down my face.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's why I was like fucking. I wanted to come on Wednesday, man, but I was dying, dude. The night before, I was all puking and shit.
I was dying too. I'm kind of glad we got to reschedule it. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna look like shit.
Is that Chuck's shirt right there you're wearing, Jerry?
No, this is my homies, dude.
Is yours?
Yeah, I tagged him. If you look on my page, it's all like some underground shit. It's called Mr. Ski Mask. It's fucking dope, dude. He has some pretty sick shit. But if you look on my page, there's a picture of me wearing it, and I tagged him in it. But
Oh,
check
nice.
it out. He just only sells it through his Instagram only. He keeps it super underground, but it's his design, and he has a couple other ones. It's dope.
Okay, I had one. I have one of Chuck's that's similar. So it says the DGAF on it.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Actually, I think I saw someone like yesterday posted their story with that the exact one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's dope shirt.
Okay.
Oh, you guys mentioned tattoos. I got my U.S. Circle A.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look at that shit right there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, all this shit on my arm, dude. Like Cottonmouth was like my second tattoo ever.
That's what I love about the fans, dude. They fucking like they live it, you know?
Oh, dude, I got that. I got DGAF on my stomach and shit, half done. Fucking, I got the spade fucking right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I expect big things from US Circle A, not just with us.
Yeah.
But for they're fucking grinding, bro. They're gonna fucking
Kind of like their own little relaunch, like right around the time when. Actually, it kind of started picking up before Subnoise had kind of released. You know that they were coming back out. They were kind of getting the ball rolling, and it's all kind of happening at the right time. It's dope.
yeah, it's
I feel like-
crazy.
I feel like my cousin's saying with Subnoise and Force 5, and then my cousin Haas with Force 5 and US Circle A, it's all gonna kind of come together. And I think US Circle A was big, but never like crazy big. You know, it's still kind of underground, but I feel like it has the potential to be a lot bigger.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely.
Well, I think fans, I mean, I for one, like as a fan, like I think it was around the time all the drama happened, like US Circle A kind of stopped because of everything, and it was like I remember when US Circle A was just a website. And I kept checking back. I'm like, you know, where's more Saint? Where's more Haas? Like, what else is coming? This logo's tight.
For a long time.
Everyone was kind of like waiting, you know, and like now it's like they're back and they're fucking going at it hard, and it's really gonna like I think it's about to really pop off. I mean, I know it is.
Yeah, Haas has so much shit in the works. It's insane. Like you heard him talking about it. The
Mhm.
album, the shit with what's that guy? Danny Diablo.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, then he's got this big thing coming out with DRP, which I can't really talk about.
Yeah, I know. We didn't get the.
No,
I know. He was working on it. He posted he was working on it.
yeah, that's gonna be coming. The announcement will be coming soon, and then they'll be, I think, releasing shortly after.
That's fun.
And then they're gonna re-release the Spun Crazy album digitally only. They're not gonna do the whole physical copies. Just kind of a pain in the ass. It actually,
He's not doing physical.
yeah. What's up?
He ain't doing physical.
I don't think they're going to. Not at the moment. They might do a limited run, but I know digitally for sure, like iTunes and Google Play.
I've been on his ass for like fucking a year now over that damn CD, dude.
We're having issues, bro. It was actually supposed to drop. We were supposed to drop it today, to be honest with you. But it's like how DJ Circa's all over that scratching with his little samples from movie. They keep rejecting it, dude, because of all the fucking whatever the fuck it is. So
need all the permissions and shit.
we're gonna actually have to go through a different website. The website they use to drop their shit just seems a little easier. These guys are a pain in the ass, dude, but it will within the next week or two. It will be live.
And if we have to get the clearances,
Get them,
yeah.
Figure it out, dude.
Right. That's a dope ass album.
It is, dude, and those are all original beats. It's not like there's somebody else's. It's not like a mixtape, dude. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't.
Yeah, we're gonna sample something on this new album, and I know they're gonna ask for the clearances. I'm just gonna fucking put it out. Yeah. You know, I took that from I think I quoted like "Escape from L.A." or some movie or some shit.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of shit going on.
I thought you could get away with shit as long as it was like less than 30 seconds.
That's what the rule's supposed to be. Really, like that's what I don't understand. They're pushing on us with that shit. It's not like they're sitting there just sampling old fucking.
It's not like anyone really makes any good fucking money off streaming anyway these days. So I don't.
It's all
right.
fans, dude.
Yeah.
That album was so dope. It needs to be out there, dude. It really does.
I used to look all over for that shit, dude. Scour it. Like, why isn't it around? But
yeah, it was a bitch to find, and then only a couple songs on the fucking YouTube.
Yeah.
But my buddy had found it and got it for me, and I left it in California, and I regret it.
I was selling those for him. He had a couple of us, like remember Riverside Kids? They were on the Ghetto Guide album.
Yeah.
You remember them or not? But one of those guys and
Yeah,
me,
the Riverside Kids. Yeah.
a couple of us were selling those albums, dude. I had like 20 of them in a box, like a fucking shoebox or something in my truck, and my truck got broken into. And they stole my CD case, and they stole that box of CDs. And I always wonder to this day, like, do they even know what the fuck they had? You know, or did they?
Right.
Like that album's so rare now, dude. I always wonder about that. It's a fucking trip.
Right. That is a fucking trip.
I think about it all the time. I wonder if they had any idea what they had their hands on.
I had it burnt twice. The first time, I didn't have the bonus songs. Second time, I got the bonus songs. I was like, holy, what the fuck? All right. That junkie song, man.
Yeah, dude. What was that song called?
You just told me the name, too. I don't remember.
Jimmy or Timmy or
Jimmy. Yeah, it's Jimmy.
Little Jimmy.
Something Jimmy.
Yeah. And then
That's it.
Ego Tripping. That was fucking dope.
That song.
Uh,
I might play some shit.
I don't know. With that, dude. I think that was the whole thing too. Was when they got back with Sub Noise, they wanted to clip that song off, and that was kind of a pain in the ass to do.
Right, because I didn't hear no word of that shit until I fucking got that burn with fucking the extra songs on it, and I was like, oh, okay.
There was actually more too that never got put out. It's funny. I'm sure they probably never will see the day of light either.
Yeah. Let's hope not. We don't need all that shit no more.
Nah, everything's all cool, dude. But,
Right. Shit was funny as fuck, though.
yeah, fuck yeah. Do you have that album still or no?
No, I'm waiting on Haas. That's why I've been on him for like a year over this shit.
I'll send it to you, bro. Just text me your email again, and I'll send it to you. I got it on my computer.
Nice.
I think I got it on my phone actually. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll just randomly send Haas $10. Here you go, bud.
Yeah. I think it's just more of the getting him to do it more than anything. I've been trying to help push things along. That's why I helped him make his Instagram and all that shit. And I'm running the US Circle A Instagram as well. Just trying to get this shit out there, dude.
Right.
There's too much talent just sitting. It needs to be heard, dude. So I'm stoked for all his shit. And then we're gonna try to do. I was talking to Haas and talking to him about it. We're gonna try to do a US Circle A compilation album, which I think would be really dope. Like kind of a mixture of everybody that rolls with US Circle A, and some songs with everybody, some songs with one person, some songs with a couple people. Kind of like a big Sub Noise Soldiers fucking album.
Right.
I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be tight.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely make that happen. That'd be sick.
That's between the three labels. There's so much fucking talent.
Insane, dude.
There is.
So many styles.
Yeah. It's all popping off right now.
Force 5, dude. Like I like everybody on Force 5. I'd like to have every one of those guys on my album or on our shit.
Hell yeah.
Right.
I think they're all just so dope, dude. They're fucking Scribble, fuck kills it. I'm a fan of all of them.
And it's all at the right time too, because we got the fest. We're in the fest too. We have a contest. I guess on 4th of July, maybe I should address this. I guess on 4th of July, we fucking woke up and some dude comments like on our page, took you a week to get 5,000 votes and you got 17,000 overnight. I'm like, wait, what? And I guess that morning we went from like 8,000 votes to like 23,000 and number one. And I'm like, everyone was like pissed off and I don't blame them.
Oh yeah, you know what? I saw something on Facebook. I didn't pay no attention to it. It was like in a comment. Somebody was like, hey, has anyone said anything about the fucking votes just streaking up? And I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So like apparently it was a big deal. Like fucking some of the artists posted it and I'm like, hey, we all just woke up to these fucking texts. Like we didn't do shit. And so SRH ended up saying like it was a website issue and it wasn't our fault. They said that. And it's like, I mean, come on, bro. First of all, I don't care enough to fucking cheat. Like I want to be in the festival, but I'm not gonna fucking cheat.
How the fuck can you even cheat?
I don't even know how. I could barely fucking set up the fucking the app for this thing.
We got 30 minutes of proof of that.
Yeah, it's like, how stupid do you really think we are? Yeah, we gave ourselves 17,000 votes
Like, that's not gonna be-
overnight, and
yeah.
hopefully no one would notice.
Like, that's not gonna be obvious. Come on, dude. Everybody was all tripping, and I'm like, yo,
I just use your brain. Yeah, like we really do that? Like when we thought we were gonna get away with that? It's just so funny. But
There are people who have been fucking, from what I can see, that have been actually cheating. Like, I guess there's some sort of app, a way to gain votes, because you can only vote once a day. There's
Yeah.
that allows people to vote more than once. But that ain't even us, dude.
we have no interest in that. I mean, it's like that. It's like if we're gonna win, I want to win because people voted.
Fuck yeah.
Right,
That's the whole, I don't want to fucking like fake a win to play a show.
right.
And it goes against everything we're about.
That's why I only got 104 subscribers.
Yeah, why would you buy?
I don't buy. I don't do sub for sub. I'm like, fuck this shit. My shit's organic.
Yeah.
5 of them came through foreigners that came through my fucking travel center I work at and shit.
Yeah, like we don't fucking buy. Yeah, we don't
Instagram
fucking buy
followers.
followers. That shit seems pointless to me. It's like, cool, you got a high number, but none of them are real. No one knows who the fuck you are. Like,
Right.
at least I know the people that came to our page. Whatever the reason, maybe they don't even like our music. Maybe they just wanted to follow someone, hoping we follow us back. At least they came,
Right?
Yeah.
So,
They came and they saw.
yeah,
dude.
exactly.
Right? It gave you that opportunity to make that connection. So that's fucking what's up.
And I feel like it's an honor to be in the SRH Fest, like in this competition, to be the opener, like for all of us. Like, obviously they win, we're gonna be doing our songs, and it's dope, dude. Like it's a lot of recognition too from some people who don't know who we are. Like
Yeah.
they look up those hashtags SRH Fest and shit like that, and then that's how I've gained a couple followers that way.
I think if you go and look at the shit, you're that invested, you're gonna look and see who all the people are on there.
Yeah, exactly. It's dope, dude. Regardless, we're gonna fucking, if we want to win, obviously, but if we don't, we're gonna try to go regardless.
I'm gonna have to go vote. I'm a dick. I didn't vote.
It's all good. See, the thing is, the contest lasts like 2 months, so it's kind of hard to like hound friends and family. You gotta hope your fans are actually putting in work.
Yeah.
Hitting them up every day, like, hey, did you vote today? That'll get annoying.
People stop fucking paying attention to your post if you're posting it every single fucking day. It's just like we pumped it out real quick at the beginning, and now we're just kind of like, hey, do your thing, because you have until August 4th to vote. You vote every day, only once a day, once every 24 hours. So
Right.
I mean, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. We're gonna go have a good time at that shit anyways.
That's some fun, dude. I can't wait.
A lot of dope fucking artists.
Right.
I actually think Scribble is gonna perform with Chucky there on his set. I think ERP is rolling out. He's coming all the way out here just for that shit too.
I think everybody's coming.
That's me so
I'm
dope.
trying. From what I'm hearing, that I can have my son like anytime from like right now to August 6th.
Okay.
So depending on how things go, I'll probably go out there. I'm trying to work on, some passes and shit. Not that money's no big deal, but I want to do the whole thing. It's a good opportunity for us.
Fuck yeah. Give me a lot
But
of fun.
beyond all that, Scribble told me I had to come out there, so I'm like, fuck, dude, all right. I'll fucking come, damn it. And my homeboy's out there too, so I'm like, man. And he's been taking pictures of the California coast and shit. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, you're giving me a.
Me too, man. It's like it's a big reboot. I'm curious to see the turnout.
I feel like it's gonna be huge, dude. Like between the artists that are performing, everybody pumped. Like I see so many people promoting that shit. People
Well, I have a question. How dead is rap? Okay, I'll use San Diego as an example. Like rock, metal, punk, whatever is very active in San Diego. From what I can tell, but hip hop's not so much.
Yeah.
Like not so much at all. Is it like that? Because I remember like punk shows and shit. Like it's showcasing Corona and fucking. I know it's probably not there no more.
They actually closed that down a couple of years ago, but yeah,
Did they?
dope. Yeah.
I think I was at the second to last concert there. I went to see Sham 69.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, okay, here I got a little story. I'm gonna throw a story out here. I was working at the Red Robin on McKinley and Corona, right?
Yep, I know that's
In my addiction, and at the same time, a damn good waiter. And these 4 British dudes come in, and if I looked at their shoes, I had figured shit out. But being Irish, you know, I fucking like to give the English a lot of shit. Like that's just my thing to do. And but then if I looked at their shoes and saw they were like some tore up chucks and shit like that, you know, they're like just bullshit with them. I asked them finally, you know, what, like, why are you out here? You know, like, oh, we're on tour. I'm like, well, who are you? And they told me. I was like, okay, sounds kind of familiar and shit. And they're like, yeah, we're at this show here at the Showcase. And at that time, I lived on 4th and fucking East Grand, like second house off the fucking corner, right down the street from Showcase. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, they're like, go down there. And I'm like, well, who's there? And they're like, the Walking Toxins. I don't know if you know of those guys.
I've heard of them.
Okay, they're all right. Like, they're cool. Fucking, so I went down there and checked them out. Fucking, they were great, dude. Anytime Sham came down, I got in for free. Last time, that second last show, I go down there, right? And my head's big back and shit. And I go running up to, like, the guitarist. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey, bro, you know, fucking you said this, that. I got 2 people, me and the homie. And he was like, fuck, dude. He says, yeah, of course. He says, I thought you were some skinhead coming to fuck me up right now. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, cool, whatever. So we go and get drunk in a little fucking alley back behind this liquor store and shit. Cops roll up. I got a warrant. I get fucking, you know, released and shit right there. Fucking go back to the show. The cops are giving us shit because there's supposed to be some big ass fucking riot. And show was fucking great, dude. There was no issue. Like, fucking got to get up and sing the fucking chorus to The Kids Are United and shit.
Hell yeah.
Most shows I saw, they handed off the guitar and everything to people.
That's
And let them fucking do the song.
Dude, that's what I love about punk rock is like there's a sense of community in that genre. Like, you know, you fall in the pit, everyone will rush to pick you up. Like, not a lot of genres like that. And you meet somebody, it's kind of like that with the whole SRH and Subnoise scene as well, and US Circle A. Like, you meet someone else that's into that shit, you automatically click. You know, and I meet someone else that's like into punk rock or whatever, you automatically click because not everyone's into it. You know, it's like a unity thing. It's like you understand me, I understand you.
Yeah, you go to the shows and the pits. It's like nobody's in there trying to fuck you up, dude. You get the drop, dude. They pick you up. You know what I mean?
Right? The rules. The fucking rules, man.
Yeah, and nobody's a bunch of dicks, dude. Like, I have been to some shows where motherfuckers, they're ruthless, dude. You know, around, they'll fucking stomp you out, dude. But that's not how it ever has been any shows I've ever been. That shit's so.
I've seen dumb shit, but I mean,
the Nazis can get crazy sometimes, but they're knuckleheads.
they do.
Expected. Yeah.
Showcase was dope, man. That was like anybody who was anybody when that place was open. When they were first starting off, they always roll through there. That was dude. Blink fucking performed there when they were a garage band, dude. Like, but when they had their old drummer, like everybody has fucking rolled through there. It's crazy.
That old drummer is probably kicking himself now.
Oh god, dude.
Left and right when they got huge.
Well, the 2 best clubs back then were fucking. Everybody went to fucking that one place in the Metro.
Metro, yep.
And then Showcase. You know what I mean? In that time period, that 90s, early 2000s.
I'm not from San Diego, so I don't really know, but I heard a lot from Soma.
Yeah, Riverside Corona.
Soma.
Yeah, that place?
Soma.
Yeah.
My first concert. Sublime, Guttermouth, and No Doubt at the Soma in 95.
When they were all not what they are now yet, right?
Yeah, totally. Just they were fucking barely on Robin the Hood fucking album.
Blink-182 was asking for Unwritten Law. Like,
Crazy, dude. So
yeah.
Canes was another spot in San Diego. Canes was a big dude. What was that?
I can't hear you. When you lean back, I don't hear you so well.
Canes? Do you remember Canes in San Diego? That was a big
No. Like, my big experience was pretty much that in San Diego until a couple years ago.
Yeah, Canes was a big one. A lot of fucking artists rolled through there. Canes.
Okay.
And then for Corona, Riverside was, like I said, the Showcase. Metro, Gotham was mid 2000s, right?
I had too much fun at Gotham.
Me too, dude. I got kicked out of the place almost every time.
I couldn't get kicked out. Like, look, okay. That time period, I worked at the Denny's in San Bernardino on 2nd Street, right?
Yep.
That's when your aunt was my fucking district manager and shit. Fucking, I used to take care of like all the door girls and the fucking the bouncers and shit from there, and from Carlos O'Brien's. all the fucking time. So I gotta go in all these places fucking for nothing. Like, and then fucking get given drinks and shit. And like, it's okay, you're getting me drunk. I'm gonna act out. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, dude. Trust me. I think I'm pretty sure, dude. I got kicked out every time I went to Gotham. Almost 100% positive. Like at least a handful of times. At least.
Gotham, man. And that manager Shelly, dude. She's a trip.
That place was the shit, though, right? That sound
It
system,
was.
everything, dude. Those shows were the shit.
It was. It definitely was. I got fooled once that Cottonmouth was supposed to perform. We went down there and it was just like D-Lo and Richter and them hanging out and shit. And too bad it was like $2 Corona nights. I'm walking around with like 4 of them in my hands and shit. Just fucking, I got so fucking drunk that went outside. We just started talking shit, me and my brother, Simple, and fucking. I decided I was going to fucking headbutt a newspaper stand.
Why not? Fuck it.
Dude, I caught the edge of it. Caught the edge of it. Shattered that shit. Blood everywhere. Went to the AMPM. I'm like, hey, bro, because I knew him from. He's a promoter, actually, guy working there, but from Denny's and shit. I was like, dude, I just need a 6-pack of Coronas, and I'm fucking using your bathroom. He said it looked like a fucking massacre, like Carrie happened in there. They were walking up the street, and sheriff girls by Loma Linda and shit, and I'm thinking, oh, he wants a beer too. I'm fucking chucking it at him. My brother's like, dude, you gotta call somebody. Like this cop looks and he looks at me and I'm covered in blood. He's like, not tonight, Satan. And dude kept rolling. I was like, fuck.
That's what. That was San Bernardino, right?
Yeah, right there on San Bernardino, Loma Linda, right there.
Probably thinking that this white dude is this crazy enough to be rolling around San Bernardino drunk right now.
Dude, I grew up in the north end up there, and I lived in like I lived in all the hoods. I don't know why I couldn't get out of hoods, apparently.
Yeah, same thing.
Dude, that place is a trip. Like, I've talked about it on other shows, man. I'm just glad I got out. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's pretty punk, though, throwing a fucking beer at a cop.
Right? Hey, speaking of punk, dude, the fucking British invasion.
Yeah.
With big-ass riot in downtown San Bernardino and shit.
Yeah.
Punk rock kids with $5 to their name walking down the street with, like, one nice-ass rim.
Yeah, right.
So fucking.
That shit, I was like, what the fuck? I went to the remake of that in Winchester. They put it out there in Winchester where there ain't shit at the rodeo. It's fucking badass, though.
It's actually smart because then you can't, you know what I mean? You're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Oh, man. That shit, it was a great show. I'll have to say that. Fucking, like, I ended up being completely covered in fucking marker from people writing on me. I had like 60 Norcos. I'm all selling them out for fucking $3 to get hamburgers and shit all night, drinking fucking 2 fists, fucking go home, your whole arm's fucking black. And I'm just like, fuck, I gotta go wait tables.
That's funny.
Like pre-Fight Club shit, except it was a fucking mosh pit.
Dude, I've had some rough experience in mosh pits. I broke my foot at Pennywise, and I didn't know it was broken. I stayed on that shit. I made it to Broham, and finally, like, someone knocked into me, and that was the end of it. So I limped my ass out of the show, down the street to CVS, bought some crutches, some fucking ibuprofen, some more booze, and I fucking didn't go to the doctor for like 2 days. And then finally, they're like, you broke that shit. I don't even know how you were walking on it. Worked for like 2 months. I wouldn't mind a riot at our shows as long as no one gets hurt. None of my.
Right.
I mean, I don't care if the cops get hurt and shit. As long as none of our fans get hurt. So crazy, dude. Jump on the stage, jump off. I love that shit, dude. Bring back the real punk, the real rock and roll. Fucking, you know. Everyone's gone PC. I feel like shit's too safe.
It's gonna be fun to see, like, when we do live shows too, like with the live band and just get everybody involved, dude. I think that's dope when people come out and rap with a live band, like me and Casey were talking about it. It's like you're putting on a show. It's not just
that's our lead guitarist, by the way. Yeah.
Some dude up there just rapping to a beat with a DJ for every song. Like, let's add some shit to it. Like, you know, the old school Cottonmouth King shows were the shit. Like, they had Lika up there dancing. They had a drummer who he wasn't making any noise, but it looked like he was. He was up there bouncing on the hydraulics and shit.
He wasn't?
No.
They had him on.
They turned the mic off, dude.
He was on the albums though, right? Yeah.
And then they had the DJ, and then it was like big show. Dude. It wasn't just.
It was.
It wasn't just dudes rapping there. They were actually giving you something.
Yeah, like even if you, I had friends back in the day that didn't really like them on record, and then they go to a show and they leave and they were fans.
It was a total different experience.
Yeah,
I've seen it numerous
That's how you
times.
do it, yeah. Make it an
Yeah.
actual show, you know.
That's kind of why I like. I've heard actually. I've always been a big Eminem fan, but I heard his shows kind of suck. He just stands up there.
I can imagine.
Huh?
I can imagine that. You know,
Yeah,
the straight up hip hop, it's not that lively. It's not interactive.
Yeah, dude, that sucks, dude. It kind of makes me not want to see him.
They lip sync or
Right.
they yell, and like, you know, like that shit happens a lot. I think some rappers are catching on. I just saw Twisted at Warped Tour last year, and like they had a drummer, and I think they had a fucking guitarist maybe. Like they were,
Their music's going more that way now.
yeah, because it's like, you know, they know. I think artists have more pressure now because they can't. People aren't buying CDs. They got to make money, so they got to step up their live show. You know what I mean? And I think that's good for everybody. Makes the artists, you know, work harder. It's a better show. So
Can't be lazy with it.
no,
You're not just gonna go out there. You're not gonna go out there and make money like you used to. You gotta
Yeah.
fucking work for that money, dude.
Right. See, I like the rawness of stuff, like what you guys are talking about. Because some of this other stuff, it's just almost hard to take serious.
yeah.
Like it's funny. And like that's why, like, you know, Lil Jerry knows we've been running this little fucking, like, I'll even say on it, like there's a fake rapper who instead of all these fake beefs, it's a fake rapper having fake beefs. It's a juggalo mumble rapper. His name is Mr. Kitty Love'ems.
That's awesome.
Did
I've
you-
seen you posting about that.
Have you heard that fucking song, dude? It's called Mumble Rap versus Lyricist. It's actually really dope, dude. You should check it out. I have it.
Is that the video? Like I think I seen it on Facebook.
It's called. I gotta find it just because it's so fucking dope, man. It's
I can't stand mumble rap, man.
dude, it's really. So. Oh, it's called. The guy's name is Ben J. It's mumble rapper versus lyricist. You should look that shit up. That
Okay.
shit's fucking really fucking cool, dude. But watch the video. Because the video does it more justice. Fucking-
Right.
It's actually really fucking cool. I just barely stumbled across it, and I liked it a lot, dude. Kind of like how rap has gone to that mumble rap bullshit with like
Yeah.
6ix9ine and all this fucking
Pathetic. And then he wound up being a snitch. I called it too. I was like, anybody with rainbow fucking hair is gonna.
Motherfucker's gonna tell.
I said it, dude, and now he's in witness protection. and they have no talent, but the thing is, they work with like really good fucking producers.
The overproducing.
Yeah, and now people don't just listen anymore. They see your picture. They look at your pictures on Instagram. They watch your YouTube and shit. So like, you see a dude with colored hair, like nodding out, tattoos on his face. People want to like.
The beats are dope.
They want to just look at them. Yeah, so
Right.
they're a gimmick. You know, that's how it comes off to me. It's not like real music.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day, and the homie Z said that fucking it's a waste of the beats. Like some of these beats are really fucking badass.
Bro.
And he was flowing off air on them and shit. I'm like, yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that sometimes when I hear that shit, it's like I wish I had this.
Fuck yeah.
You
dude.
know,
Those have dope beats, and they just got somebody with money paying radio stations to play them, dude. It's fucking crazy.
And he acts like a fool on the internet, so people pay attention. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, dude.
So it's missing its realness. And, you know, and that's the thing that draws me with music is storytellers and realness.
Yeah,
And, like, that's why I did the fuck out like Jelly Roll and shit.
yeah.
You know, they're telling stories, and they're stories that they're, you know, they're different, but they fall in line with like Satan Haas's fucking albums. You know what I mean? And like the street, and like that's the difference in like hip hop, like or country rap and shit. Is like the ones that came out the street, they do that shit the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus the overproduced fucking let's remix all these other songs, fucking talk about shit I don't do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People can tell.
Yeah.
You can feel fake and you can feel real, like through the music. Like, you know, even if you like the song, you can tell this fool's just like talking out of his ass. Even and then there's artists where I don't even really like, but like I respect them because I can tell they're not bullshit.
Yeah. I just like people that tell stories, dude, through their music.
Right.
Whether it's even something that I can relate to or not, I just like I like fucking real music. That's just dope. Like
Yeah.
Atmosphere is one of my favorite fucking hip hop artist.
I remember you telling me that.
He's just dope, dude. And like Hobson always has something to say, dude.
He's
Like,
a beast.
and it sucks. It kind of sucks for him because he's always going through something. He's always getting fucked over somehow.
He just doesn't seem to put a whole album together so much.
He puts his, yeah, exactly. That's kind of his downfall. And I think it's all because he's doing it all on his own because he's been fucked over by so many.
All the other shit, yeah.
He never has somebody there to kind of guide him through. Like, the last album though was pretty good. That No Shame album. But you see that guy, like, he's always talking about what he's going through. That shit's dope, dude.
Yeah. It's like, that's what I've always tried to do, like, with my lyrics is like, I mean, the first EP is called the Gary EP. There's a song about called Gary, and the second EP is called the Amy EP. Every song tells a story, you know? And if it's like, and I feel, and I've been told this from other people and fans, that like people can relate on some level to anything I'm saying. I think it's important whenever I write, I pick the topic first. I get the topic, and I even pick the fucking song title first, and I stick to that topic.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the way to tell a story. I mean, if you're writing a story or fucking essay, whatever you're writing, you know, you pick the topic, you break it down. And I don't, I mean, it's more, I think it's very important in rap, but in every genre, I think that's important, you know, like, you need to, like, pick the message you're trying to convey and then fucking roll with it from there. You know, and if I'm gonna write some deep personal lyrics that I think like might not be relatable or whatever, like I'll try to make it tell it in like a story or try to make it relatable in some way. And I think that's what's missing from music these days. People don't tell stories, like especially in rap. Like you listen to 90s hip hop, you got fools like fucking Biggie, and then like that too. There's this song from Nas where he kills it. He raps the whole song backwards. I think it's called Rewind. You know, and he's telling a story backwards. Like they don't do that anymore. Now they just like yell about shit. And then other bands too. Like it's like every song is about a fucking girl. And,
right.
You know, like that happens in punk a lot. Pop punk, I think, is like
heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy right. And there's less skate punk. You don't see a lot of people doing what we do. It's more like the OGs still do it, like NoFX and Pennywise and shit. But like a lot of the newer punk, there's some sick ones though. We started Punks Against Dogfighting. It's a fundraiser, yeah, to raise money to help put an end to dogfighting. It's an issue that really bothers me because I have a bulldog, and at first we were just gonna sell clothes and give all the money to charity ASPCA. Then I was like, fuck this, why don't we do a compilation? So we just closed submissions today. We ended up coming up with like a 25-song album.
Nice.
And I got all these fucking submissions. I don't think there was one like bad band out of all of them. I mean, some were better than others, but all this great shit, and it's like it's just not out there, you know. And what's out there now is just a lot of fake shit, and I think it's got to go. And so. Yeah, there's not a lot of people doing the storytelling or writing with a purpose.
That's what was so dope about like old school Cottonmouth Kings to me was you built their when my cousin was heavily like influenced their music because he was like truly like fuck the system because Haas was locked up and he really felt that shit and you know and you could hear it in every fucking song, dude. It wasn't about just smoking weed and drinking and skating. He was truly like fuck the system, and you felt that shit in every fucking song in one at some point or another, and it was I feel like they kind of got away. They tried to stick to that anarchy thing, like fuck the system, but I feel like he was the really driving force behind that, and you could even hear it in his albums as well, like his whole album, especially like the Ghetto Guy, you know what I mean, and not as much in the Unconformable Social Entities album, but he still is telling stories in that album as well. But that's what to me was so like fuck yeah, dude. It wasn't just because it was my cousin. I just felt that shit. It was dope. It was like, fuck yeah, dude.
I thought the same thing, man. When I first heard that, it's like it wasn't just like smoke weed. I mean, if you really listen to it, and especially when Saint was in it, like they had a message. It was fuck the system. We stand for this. We're fighting for this. You know, Especially what it was saying was in it. And Royal Highness, that there was a lot of stories in that. Like they were like, you know, like even the like Bong Token Alcoholics and Diddy Daddy.
So their shit probably just died right now. I'm thinking it died. You guys don't even know how crazy it was just to get this on earlier. But yeah, I'm gonna text you. Your battery died, huh? Well, I don't know, folks. It's been about an hour. I'll definitely bring these guys back on. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got to look at a little moment of history, a moment in time when we were coming up and shit, and when a whole movement started, you know. So, yeah, their battery died. It's cool. I'm going to bounce out. This is The Couch. I'm DJ Gonzo. It's time to call my lady. Have a good one. Buy a ticket. Take the ride. Keep that shit Gonzo. Support the shit. US Circle A. Support your fucking local punk rocker, dude. Fucking do some shit. I don't know. It's over. Good night.